training and etiquette. And the reason this is on the forefront of my mind, and I feel it's important for me to get this out there to my audience, is because when I was on this trip and I was a buyer of real estate, because I went out of state, so I wasn't the agent. I had to use an agent. It was such a flawed situation that it really weighed on my heart that people need help in the real estate industry. And I think it stems a lot from people jumping in from different industries and different backgrounds, and maybe not necessarily education, a background, or wherever they're coming from, maybe not a lot of experience. And you really get a mixed bag of people working as the professionals in real estate. So on this trip, I had to scramble because the agent didn't show up, even though we planned it. I had to scramble to find another agent. And in my looking for another agent, I had to call different places. And I was like alarmed almost at the responses. But one of the things I want to go over is something that comes to my attention quite often in real estate. And that is people tend to tout top producer. I see it written a lot. I hear it. On this trip, I called and the lady said, I can get you a top producer. And I said, hold on for a second. I don't want a top producer. I want somebody knowledgeable who works and does well in their field and knows the real estate. I don't want a top producer, because a top producer, I don't know who that person is. And a top producer sometimes means other things. For example, if you are blessed and come from a background where you have a lot of clients due to your presence in the community, or your family's presence in the community, or your parent, or maybe you're a builder, or somehow you're connected somehow, that's great. I think it's wonderful for those people. However, top producer doesn't always mean you are really the top producer. It means you get a lot of business somehow. And however that is, that's great, because we all get different business, right? I'm not even from the state that I live in. I didn't grow up in the state that I practice real estate. So for me, it was a little bit harder. And you don't tout top producer. It actually puts you aside from everybody else. And it makes you sound like you're better than the rest. And that's like really like you're putting yourself in a different class of people. And I don't think it's the right title to use in real estate. Top producer. Why? Like it's almost like a turnoff in a way when you really think about it. When you come from the other side, like, I don't want a top producer, because a lot of times the top producers don't even show up. They send you an assistant. And they got there through means of business that was just streamed in from a parent or a background, a community tie, or whatever it is. So, top producer just doesn't apply to anything to me. It's like meaningless. In fact, it's derogatory when I go to choose who I want to use in real estate in that state. I would prefer somebody who knows the real estate quite well and knows the market and understands the economy and can really truly guide me from the heart. Like, I want an authentic person. How about top authentic person? Oh, I like that. That sounds really good. Okay, so training etiquette. Maybe we should tout ourselves. Top authenticity.